Hello friends, welcome to my channel Quiz and Storyline. Today, we are talking about the 1973 Soviet Central Jail, where there was a prisoner named Bohemian who had been imprisoned almost 2 years ago. He noticed that Captain Vickers was a very cruel man who used to beat prisoners badly just for his own amusement. Soon, Bohemian learned about a workshop where every prisoner dreamed of working. In fact, any prisoner who worked in that workshop for 2 days would have 3 days deducted from their sentence. Also, while working in the workshop, the prisoners would focus on their work, and the day would pass easily. One day, the warden called Bohemian into his office and gave him a chance to reduce his sentence. He wanted Bohemian to form a team that would work in the workshop and double the productivity. He also said that if his team succeeded in doubling the output, Bohemian would be released within a year. The warden told him that he could choose any prisoner he wanted to form his team. However, when Bohemian said that he wanted to choose a prisoner named Hatchet, the warden outright refused. In fact, Hatchet was a very dangerous murderer who had killed 2 people brutally. But when Bohemian insisted that Hatchet was a hard worker and essential to the team, the warden reluctantly agreed. Finally, Bohemian formed his team, which included Hatchet, Needle, Old Master, and Chrissy. Bohemian's friends were a little afraid of Hatchet, so Bohemian explained that they should just let Hatchet do his work without interfering. In reality, Bohemian and Hatchet were good friends because some time ago, Hatchet had saved Bohemian's life. Soon, their team arrived at the workshop to start working. When they got there, Needle began teasing a guard, which made the guard very angry. However, he couldn't beat Needle because the workshop's work was very important. After a while, the guard came back and handed out chocolates to everyone because his wife had given birth to a baby boy. But later, Captain Vickers warned the guard to keep his distance from the prisoners because, in his eyes, they were no different from animals. He said that if the prisoners thought the guard was soft-hearted, they would eat him alive. Meanwhile, the team's troubles began when Hatchet refused to start the machine. When Captain Vickers signaled Bohemian, he approached Hatchet, who then revealed that a pigeon was stuck in the machine. Now, the whole team tried to open the machine, but they didn't have the right tools for the job. Just then, the captain and the guard arrived to see what was going on. Despite the pigeon being stuck in the machine, the captain still ordered the machine to be turned on. The captain asked the guard to start the machine, but as the guard was about to press the button, Hatchet grabbed him by the neck and said that the machine would not start until the pigeon was freed. Suddenly, Needle attacked Captain Vickers from behind and knocked him out. Then, he told Chrissy to lock the door. Seeing this, Bohemian became very nervous as the situation was getting out of control. Now, the captain and the guard were in their custody, and they began to think about what to do next. Bohemian suggested they should call the police and tell them the truth. But Hatchet threatened him, saying that if he did that, they would kill the captain. The captain, in anger, warned them that none of them would survive, which scared everyone. Bohemian then suggested that they release the captain and guard and get back to work. Old Master and Chrissy agreed with him, but Needle knew that if they let the captain go, they would all lose their lives. Bohemian tried to convince Hatchet to release the guard, but Hatchet insisted that the work would not continue until the pigeon was freed. Bohemian once again tried to open the machine but failed. Then Hatchet declared that if the pigeon died, he would kill the guard as well. Hearing this, the captain laughed and mocked Hatchet for making such a fuss over a small bird. The captain even started making fun of Hatchet's dead brother, which enraged Hatchet, who then tried to attack the captain, but the other prisoners somehow calmed him down. Bohemian knew that the prison guards would arrive soon, so he came up with a plan. He suggested they release the captain and the guards so they could return to the prison safely in exchange. Shortly after, the guards came and started knocking on the door. At this point, the captain yelled out to them, revealing the situation. Bohemian went to the door to explain his side of the story, but just then, the guards began trying to force the door open. One guard even got into a vehicle to call for reinforcements. Meanwhile, Old Master offered to go outside and talk to the guard. As he stepped out with his hands raised, one guard pointed a gun at him. Without any warning, the guard fired, killing Old Master on the spot. When Bohemian and his friends learned about this, Bohemian, in anger, broke the control unit, causing the door to shut again. A short while later, the warden and an ambulance arrived. The warden said he wanted to talk to the prisoners to resolve the issue. He even tried to send the police officers away to avoid the prisoners panicking and taking drastic actions, but the police chief refused to move. Meanwhile, the prisoners were stuck inside, unsure of what to do. Bohemian gave the captain some water and suggested they open the door and surrender to the police. Chrissy, however, warned that they would face the same fate as Old Master. Hatchet also threatened that if anyone opened the door, he would kill the guard and the captain. Finally, everyone understood that if they wanted to survive, they needed to free the pigeon. The police chief gave the warden an hour to resolve the situation, or else they would force their way inside. The warden used a microphone to assure the prisoners that nothing would happen to them and that this whole incident would be considered a mistake. Bohemian once again tried to open the machine and took the keys from the captain to unlock Hatchet's chains. When Needle protested, Bohemian said they would free the pigeon and then open the door to surrender. This led to a fight between Needle and Bohemian. Needle was about to kill Bohemian with a tool when Hatchet grabbed him and threw him against the wall. They all started working to open the machine. Hatchet, using his strength, managed to open the lid, but there was still another layer to remove. They saw that the pigeon was still alive. Bohemian asked Hatchet why he was trying so hard to save a pigeon. Hatchet then revealed that he had recurring nightmares where he was buried alive in a grave. He would scream for help, but in the end, he would die from suffocation. Now, he saw himself in that pigeon and felt that if the pigeon survived, perhaps his nightmares would stop, and he would survive too. We hope you all will like and share this video and please subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much for your loving comments. See you in the next amazing video.